but I find in the last about 10 years, Pramod has become very active and a very emerging scholar of the Nepalese community, particularly on India, China, Nepal related issues. I'm sure some of you know that he has even edited a book on that, held a seminar, and is very keenly following this triangular relationship. May I request Dr. Jaiswal to kindly make his presentation?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Muni. You have always been kind to me and supported me at every moment of my life. At the outset, I'd like to thank the organizer for inviting me at this important webinar. It is a privilege to be part of such a distinguished panel. I enjoy very relationship with almost all the panelists. I have learned a lot from them. So please forgive me and correct me if I make any mistakes. I think this kind of discussion should not be held when relations are at low, but regularly, as it will avoid two countries to face situations like we have it today. Being the youngest member of the panelists, I'll try to stick on time. First is why now? There are lots of questions why this issue has been raised now. Many in India thinks that it's a new incident. It's not new. Even Professor Muni said that why Nepal has not raised it since so many years. And many people have said, no, it started from 1980. There are different timelines, so it's not new. Everyone agrees to that. They vary on when it started. Some says 1960, 1980, whatever, but it's not new. Second is Kalapani is not the only major issue since then. Apart from that, there were issues, but Kalapani is very important and major issues in Nepalese politics since 1990. Almost like 1950 treaty, everyone talks about Kalapani since 1990 because we got democracy since then. 2015 there was a series of protests on the issue of Lipule, and I even wrote an article on cost anything that they should not sit on the table. So I think there's just ego problem, attitude problem that need to put aside and sit together, have some tea, spend some time in Kathmandu, good weather, go to Delhi or maybe Bangalore or some other places, spend some time, waste time, but make the people of both the countries believe that two countries are working for better of the relations, because that will maintain the relation. Maintaining relations is more important. Because for me, New Delhi and Kathmandu can't spoil the relation, neither they can contribute a lot to the two countries' development, two countries' relations, because it's the millions of people who are connected between the two countries are very important here. Coming back to EPG, I mean, why is there a delay in accepting the report? I think I don't see any reason to it, because the committee from two countries with equal number of members had prepared it on consensus. If there was no consensus, we can understand, but it was a consensus. So what is the problem? Yes, even 4 people from Nepal and 4 elite from India can form a report. I mean, it can have lots of flaws. It can hurt the people, relation between the two countries. If it is that situation, why don't India float it for the public to debate? Modi don't have to waste time thinking on that. People on both the countries, there are a huge number of people that are concerned about maintaining the good relations. They will raise the voice. I don't think 4 people can make an agreement that government can sit together. It will work. It will not work at all unless the people from both the countries are happy with that report. So if there are issues, make it public. People will raise voice. Modi will not have to make a statement if there is something that hurts him. People on India and Nepal will make a statement, and it will be easier for him. So I think it is very necessary that that the reports should be made public. They can go for discussion. In this modern era, 5 or 10 people will not be able to make decisions, because it's not like in the past that king and the ambassador of India can sit together and sign an agreement. Second is the role of media. Media on both the countries are spreading lots of misinformation and hatred towards each other. The government of two countries should immediately stop to it. Second is the mandate that Ambassador Ranjit Rai said. I think mandate is not a worry that India should worry about. It is Nepal's has to worry about. If India is not, at least India should throw the ball in Nepal's side. Okay, form a committee. If we are not able to make a constitution for 3 or 4 or 5 years, we blame our leadership. India should also do the same. Put the ball in Nepal's side. You can form a committee or bring whatever, bring mandate, and we'll discuss. So there is silence that is killing India. It's not that the other technical things. Technical issues will be sorted out. Mandate, constitution, I amended. It's not no constitution. No constitution in this world is permanent. So all these technical issues can be questioned. I think there is not a single constitution in this world which says that you can stake our territory. Like Nepalese constitution or the foreign minister says that this is the final permanent map, our constitution. It's same with India. I think Indian constitution do not allow Indian government, even with full majority, to provide even a small inch of land to China or Pakistan. And I think it must be same in China and Pakistan as well. So, but the countries have resolved border issues in spite of having similar constitutions. So I think we are talking more on the technical issues, which that is second step. Let's not go to that step. First, sit on the table, dig out the technical issues, and then we'll resolve it. And there's a solution for everything in this world. I don't think that technical issue will put everything on hold. Second is India-Nepal relation. I said that there will be no impact on India-Nepal relations. We have seen such setbacks several times because half of my family members come from India. You know, when India and Nepal was formed, half of my territory was divided, but still it doesn't matter to people in my village or me. So because of the type of connection that both the countries enjoy, like when you see Delhi from Kathmandu, it's far and it's different, but when you're at the border, it's not different. You are not able to demarcate the border. It's very difficult to enter a university or a think tank like IDSA, but it's very easy to cross a border between the two countries. So these things are not going to change a lot. Second is, I think, like our ambassador Bhattrai said, that Modi came to Nepali parliament, he spoke 5 or 10 in Nepali words, and he said Buddha is born in Nepal and everything changed overnight. That is what we expect. India should come with a statement that let's resolve. We are good neighbor, we can resolve it. Half of the problem will be resolved immediately. You don't even have to form a committee. You form a committee, another 70% is resolved. Only 30% is technical issues that will take time, and we will do that. It's not easy, it will take time. Again, it is easy because if you compare to the complication that India has on borders with Pakistan and China, it's not with Nepal. Tomorrow, if India sees the evidence of Nepal and it realizes that land really belongs to Nepal, if Indian government decide that, okay, we are giving to Nepal, I don't think there will be strong voices against Nepal in India. Similarly is in Nepal. If today we are able to, if we are convinced that the Indian evidences are right, and if we agree on the border that, okay, it belongs, Kalapani belongs to India from today, I don't think there will be very strong voices in Nepal either. So I think this is the situation here. I'll end with the last statement that Oli said this and Oli said that. I think we should not get into the political statement. Oli says so many things and Modi also says so many things. And if you go by Modi's and Oli's statement, the world is very different, and we are wasting time in this kind of academic discussions, because that is for TRP, for media to talk about. You know, Modi says that, Oli says that Corona came from India, and Modi says if you strike the thali, Corona will be died, it will be destroyed. So if you go to that debates, Gomutra and all these are waste debates for this kind of academic discussions. I think we can seriously engage and sit together and resolve for the betterment of the relations, and almost everyone in this panel has contributed for better relation of the two countries. And I think they take it very seriously and try to bring the government on both sides to sit on the table. I think that is the biggest achievement of today's conference, or whatever we can contribute to for the betterment of the relation of two countries. Thank you, I'll end it here. Sir, you have to unmute.
Thank you, Pramod, very much. You have very passionately again presented